What's an example of an inspiration that led to the writing or completion of a book?
Stardust was the most perfectly literal moment of inspiration I've ever had. I was at the World Fantasy Convention in Tucson, Arizona in 1991. I was at a party at Terry Windling's house in Tucson, Arizona, and I was talking to Jane Yolen. And it's one of those nice, I like the fact that I can give you corroborative detail on this one. And it was out on the edge of the desert, and I watched a meteorite come down. And it was just one of those perfect moments. The sky was black velvet. The meteorite was like a falling diamond, and it came down, and it seemed to come down really close to a point where I could go, okay, that was where it came down. And I thought, I could just walk and go and find that. And I thought, wouldn't it be interesting if, when I got there, it was a sort of a science fiction-y meteorite, and it was a proper big glowy one. And then I thought, yeah, but I've seen that a million times. It'd be much more interesting if it was a person, if it was a woman with a broken leg, and if the person looking for her had promised to bring back a fallen star. And it was like the entire opening to Stardust just sort of played out in my head. And I left the party, and I went back to the convention, and I found Charles Vess, the artist. And Charles was at a party because we had both won the World Fantasy Award that day. We'd won it for a comic book. We'd won it for the Midsummer Night's Dream episode of Sandman, the issue of Sandman, Sandman 19. And this was the Saturday night. The Sunday morning, they would amend the rules to prevent that from ever happening again. But we had our award. And I went and found Charlie and just said, this is the story. Do you want to draw it? And he said yes.